I'm trying to get everything done before the kids go to sleep. I've only got about an hour left, and I've got to cook tea as well. So, plywood's cut, plasterboard, all that I can do quietly tonight. Next up, we're going to drill the flue hole. The only way I could get Jason, our heating engineer, to come in and fit this week is if I could get that hole done, just because it's fairly time consuming. So he's just dropped off his kit. I've got an SDS core drilling kit, but he's got some fancy HILTI systems, so that should be fun. I'm going to try and mark up now, drill it. I've made sure that we are 200mm below where the ventral soffit, the eaves of the roof, will be. That's one of the Wiesmann specifics, and apart from that, it's just a case of working out where we want the boiler, which we've just decided. He just dropped in, so I'm going to mark up, drill from the outside, and the core is going to be slightly oversized. That way we can make sure that there's a bit of a fall back towards the boiler. It's kind of like the opposite of how you would do a bathroom or a kitchen, where you'd want any condensation to make its way out. You obviously want it to head back to the boiler because it's going to be plumbed in to the waste anyway. Learning, always learning. This is what he's just dropped off. Yeah, should be okay. I think that core looks like it should do the job. If not, I imagine there's an extension piece and there's a vacuum. Don't know if we really need a vacuum because we're coming in from outside, but we're better off using all of it if we've got it. Pilot hole drilled. Now we can come in from the other side and come back this way. Shouldn't end up with a big core this side. I don't know how well the core is going to go through our insulation, but we can always tidy it up afterwards. It's a bit bigger than my drill. We did mention that would happen. It's some sort of baffle or something in there which bangs the filter to loosen the dust off, which makes a lot of sense. Man, it is a heavy tool to use, and actually the brake on it, or the clutch that would give out if it locks out is pretty strong. So if you're not holding it properly and it bites, we're talking about quite a lot of stone here, if it bites, it really gives some kick. The SDS version is a little bit more forgiving. It's a good workout there. the vacuum is great, not a single bit of dust coming out this way, and it means that when we punch through the other side it won't send loads the other way. I'm almost there, just about to punch through into the room, so I'm going to leave that last little inch because I'm running late, and now it's tea time. I need to cook tea, then we'll come back out, finish that, kids to bed, and then I can concentrate on the internal lining, which should be a little bit quieter than last night. Well, I hit the stud, you can see the top plate of that stud wall. I can focus back there. It's fine, I can just brace over the top of it. Just means we're going to have to hack it out a bit. Now, the reason I went so close to the top is because I want to push the boiler as high as I can, bearing in mind that the ceiling is going to be going up higher as well. So that's why we took it to that height. But of course it's higher than we wanted.
So we're all set now, ready for the boiler install. We're going to put that one to one side for the next few videos and concentrate on the garage and getting the roof sorted. But as you can see, it's just been a dumping ground for the past few weeks, so it's really time to get to grips with this end. So I had Dad over for a day or two, so we're going to manage to get the whole of this end cleared, set up a temporary store out in the garden, and then we can get really stuck into the demolition. So thanks for watching. Remember, if you can, do it yourself, and we'll see you next time. And try not to rip your arms off.